Okay, dear students, in the previous chapters, lectures about some basic concept of chemistry, the following topics we have already completed: its introduction, its importance, what is chemistry, metal classification, both kind, physical, chemical, SI system of unit, what do you mean by uncertainty in measurement and significant figures is our in the previous lecture, just one. Okay, that is part 4. So in that we have also studied the rules, which how to determine the rules for the how to calculate the significant figure and how they are helping in the certainty of management. So some terminology also involved in this chapter that which explain you that about the certainty in the management, that those terminologies word accuracy, precision, okay, and least count. This word is not given in particularly NCERT, so please focus on this particularly as well. Okay, first I am defining these particularly. What is accuracy? So accuracy is particularly defined. Accuracy is defined as closeness of measured value. Measured means you measured anything like distance, time by using any instrument. Okay, so how close is that your measurement is closed? Accuracy is defined as the closeness of measured value to accurate value. That is particularly known as accuracy. And to say the measurement you did, that is how much close to accurate. That is accuracy. Precision. What is precision? Is defined as closeness of measured value. Measured value is the same thing which you have measured. Precision is defined as the closeness of measured value to each other. Each other mean to say the different measurements you have did, how much close they are to each other. Let me explain you with an example, and this both words will become more understandable to you. Suppose you have 3 instruments. I am naming them I1, I2, I3. Okay, and you have a line and you are supposed to measure it. Okay, you have a line segment which is your measuring. Suppose I1, I2, I3 are scales to measure the length particularly. So when you measure by I1, your length come out, suppose 5.95. With the I2 it comes 6.00, and if with the I3 you measured, it will comes out 6.05. With all it comes different because scales are the instrument particularly you are using. You can assume that they will not produced by highly accuracy because you have already studied that reference standards are is considered as the accurate. Okay. Now by using reference standard we measure the length of that line segment, and that is found to be 6.00 centimeter. So you will say that your I2 instrument is what? Accurate. Okay. Let's take another set of scales particularly I1 dash, I2 dash, I3 dash. Now I am using these scales, different scales on this one, and I did the same one. But this time the measurements comes about 4.93, 4.92, 4.91. These measurements, and we know that exact length is the 6.022 centimeter. So this instruments particularly you will say is more precise to each other. These instruments are more precise but not accurate. They are not accurate because they are not close to accurate value. But precise, why? Because the difference in the measurement, if you see, these are the 3 different measurements, and they are close to each other as compared to these one, because these measurements are in the difference of how much? 0.05, 0.05. Okay, and these all are in difference in 0.01, so the difference is less in these cases. So if the measured value, these are measured value, are close to each other, that is defined as your precision. But if measured value is close to accurate value, that is only defined as accurate. These two instruments will not, you can say, neither precise nor accurate. Okay, so that's the whole concept of the accuracy and precision, that if your measured value is close to accurate value, that is define your instrument is accuracy. That will tell how much the instrument you are using to measuring is how much it is accurate. And if your measurements, different measurements come close to each other, that will explain how much your instrument is precise to the exactness. Okay, so that is the whole concept of the accuracy and precision. The next thing is about the list count. List count, like I am starting with some example. Like you have seen the digital weighing scale today, nowadays you are using in the shopkeepers particularly. They can measure up to after 3 points digits after decimal. Okay, but suppose we have to measure 0.000001 gram. That cannot be measured by this. So if you go for this scale, what is the exact, if a scale can measure up to 3 digit after decimal, so what is the minimum value it can measure? It can measure 0.001 gram exactly, but below that it cannot measure. So the list count for this instrument will become 0.001, sorry, 0.00 here 1, okay, here it will come 1 here. So 0.001, this is the minimum measurement it can do. So mean to say 1 gram it can measure, but below 1 gram, mean to say 0.5 gram, it cannot measure. So that's why for this instrument 0.001 become least count. Mean to say the minimum measurement can be done by any instrument is its least count. Like you use a scale particularly for measuring distance, the minimum value you can measure in terms of centimeter, okay, is 0.1 centimeter you can measure from that. Okay, mean to say 1 mm you can measure, or you can say 0.1 centimeter. So that's why the least count will become 0.1 for that particularly, 0.1. So the minimum measurement that can be done, by any instrument is its least count. I am again telling you this topic is not given in the NCERT, but why I am explaining you this topic? Because suppose we are comparing these two. If an instrument have this much value, this much least count, so it can measure more accurately. Like this instrument which have 3 digits, so it can measure least value 0.001 gram, but this one also can measure 0.0050, mean to say half of even gram, mean to say 0.5 gram it can measure. So if a instrument have least count much lesser, that much it will give you certain information, and we all discussing that why there is arising uncertainty. Okay, so you are becoming more certain if least count is lower. Okay, the instrument which have lowest least count will make you certain about your measurement. More certainty it will become towards your measurements. Okay, now we have studied the rule for the significant figures, that how to calculate the significant figures in different problems, scientific notation as well we have done. But suppose if we are using two particularly measurements, or you can say numbers, which have different number of significant figures. Suppose 12.1, this is have 3 significant figures, all are non-zero digits. Okay, all non-zero digits you know very well is in significance. Okay, the next one is coming to 13.100. This much how much? 5 significant figure. 5 significant figure. This one have 3 significant figure. Okay, this number. So either they ask you to add them, subtract them, multiply them, or divide them. These are the main mathematical operation we can do on them. But suppose let's go for addition. The addition will come this one. So should we left our answer with this much? The answer here you have 5 significant figure, but your answer is wrong. Why? Because I am telling you again, I did the addition mathematical operation on these two numbers, or you can do any one of them, but your exact number answer will be 25.2, mean to say which have 3 significant figure. Mean to say either you have to 2, 3, 4 or many numbers. You are adding them, subtracting them, multiplying them or dividing them. You have to take care that which of number have least significant figure. And which have least significant figure, your answer must also contain the same number of significant figures. Okay, so that is it. Suppose there is in this case it will be 1.55 here. So the answer will be this one. Okay, and your answer should be 25.2. You have to round off up to 3 times. So we must know how to round off them, because you cannot leave the answer with the 5 significant figures. You very well know that we have to convert this into 3 significant figure. At that time our answer will be calculated as a wrong or counted as a right one. Okay, so how will we round off? So rounding off have some rules particularly, that if the digit you are removing is greater than 5, you just add 1 to the preceding one. For example, suppose 5.296 we are having, 0.286 we are taking. Suppose we have to round it up to 2 decimal, up to here we have to round off. So we know that this digit is more than 5. So that's why it will be rounded out as 5.29. Mean to say we drop it this one, but we add 1 in this digit. 5.29 it becomes. So that is your first rule regarding how to round off. Okay, because we have to round off our numbers, different mathematical operation, to the lowest value of significant figure. So that's why we need to round off. Second, if digit you are removing is less than 5, you just drop it. Mean to say, suppose the same example 0.284, we have to round up to, so the simply will become 5.28. Mean to say lesser than 5, just drop that thing and round off. Okay, the third rule, which is important, if digit you are removing is 5 exactly, then there exists 2 cases. Then if preceding, mean to say पहले वाला, preceding digit is odd, then add 1. Okay, and if preceding digit is even, you just drop that 5. You just drop it. Mean to say, for both I am telling you the example, I am taking the example like 5.275, 5.285, the same thing. We have to 5 we have in the both cases, but the preceding digit. In this case it is odd and in this case it is even. So in case of odd, what we tell, that add 1 to the previous, mean to say it will become 5.28. While in this case it will become, thus we just drop it and it will become 5.28. Okay, in both cases it will become, the answer will be the same. So these are the rounding off. And why we need rounding off? Because we have to, whatever mathematical operation we are applying, we have to convert our answer to the minimum significant values possessed by any number. Okay, so that is all about your uncertainty. Uncertainty, I am again rounding off that what topic we did. First topic we did is the scientific notation. Okay, the second thing you will met there is our significant figures. Then we did the rules to how to calculate the significant figures, and in the significant figures you will get these topic, particularly accuracy and precision, that we studied today. Okay, and the last topic we did is rounding off, how to do the rounding off particularly. Okay, so today is your homework regarding read up to there, read up to the topic we did. And second thing, sort out, today I am giving you only 5, sort out 5 questions and answer in rough notebook. Okay, thank you.